Okay, my friends, we're starting off laying down. Meet you here. Spread yourself out. Take some big breaths. Big breath in. Big exhale. Take some time to settle into your body and just to settle into this moment, being still. Your breath right now is the most movement that's going on. And we're going to get the whole torso involved. All the muscles that wrap around your belly, all the muscles that wrap around your rib cage, and everything in between. Feel your body getting softer with each breath. More tension melting out of your limbs, just into the ground. Feel your face melt. A little smile, your jaw hangs open. Notice your thoughts happening the way you would notice clouds or birds. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Sensations in your body. And keep that slow, full breath, okay? We'll start to move. Let's start moving your upper body around. So let's do snow angel arms. Taking your arms out to the side and then up overhead as you inhale. Remember, when your arms go up, you still keep your shoulders away from your ears because you want that long neck, okay? With your exhale, take your hands down by your hips. So fold your wings up. Inhale, expand your wings out and up. Then exhale, bring them back in. So I want you to take a really deep breath while you do this and notice if you keep your elbows and your hands really close to the ground, and even if you experiment with a little bend in your elbows so that it goes more to the front of your shoulder, either way, you're getting this great stretch and opening across your chest. So take a few more rounds. Your back feels strong. Your neck is really long. Maybe 3 more just like that. Move your wings, warm your back, open your chest. The last one is coming up here. Okay, reaching out away from your feet. Hold it right there. And then put a slight bend in your knees, okay? So that you can really get your low back on the floor and start to drop that low back into the floor so that you feel like your belly button is an anchor that's trying to drop to the mat. So if you tried to slide your hand underneath yourself right now, you couldn't because your low back is sealed, okay? And from there, you're gonna pick your head and shoulders up off the mat, reaching back behind you. So if this is too much, you're just gonna drop your head, okay? Not a problem. But if it feels all right, head and shoulders are up, you have a tuck in your chin, okay? And you're looking at your belly button without crunching your neck too much. So try to keep that neck long if you can, as always. And then knees up over your hips. And we're gonna start to breathe here and move. So Where you are, inhale, reach your hands back behind you. Okay, with your exhale, you're going to extend your right leg, grab your left shin, and pull your forehead and your knee together. Inhale to come back to center, bent knees, reaching back. Exhale, left leg extends. Grab your right shin, pull on it. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Keep going. I want you to just find a pace that suits you. Getting your core warmed up, okay? But don't hold that breath. Okay, I want you to find that the low back is really strong on the floor. And if it gets to be too much, you're just going to drop your head, okay? You can do everything with your head on the floor. Hopefully you're noticing real big warmth and strength building in your core, releasing any tension in your low back, and preparing your body for movement from the inside out. Let's do 3 more on each side. Very nice, 2 more. Feeling that warmth. Last one, make it good. Nice. Whew. Let that go. Let your head back to the floor. You can put your hands on your abs and feel all that work we did. Okay, and then tuck your hands behind your knees. And we're gonna rock it up to a seat. Okay, from here, we're gonna play a little bit. So give yourself a lot of space in front of you and some space behind you too. I want you to rock up and try to cross your ankles and press your feet into the floor, reaching forward. So try it a few times. Rock, crossed ankles, feet push, reach forward. And try it a few more times so that eventually your hips come off the ground and you're doing this weird ankle crossed squat when you come up. And then lift your hips higher each time. Okay, you see where we're going with this? Next, one of these few times, come all the way up to standing. Okay, just try it out. It's okay if it doesn't work the first time. Reach up tall, take a big breath in. And keeping your ankles crossed, your legs are still crossed. Exhale, hinge yourself, bend those knees, and fold it all the way down. Shake it out here, cross legs, and breathe. Let the knees bend, let the backs of your legs gently open up, and let your beautiful spine just hang here. Shake your head, and then just switch the crossing here. Just take the other one over the other one, bend the knees, and shake it out. Okay, go ahead and bring your feet back to normal here. So uncross your feet, and then we're gonna roll it up. Inhale, press into your heels. Think of stacking yourself one vertebra at a time. Reach up with your heart. And then exhale, drop it into a chair squat. So you're gonna bend your knees, pull your knees together, and drop that tailbone. You wanna keep that heart up though. Okay, inhale all the way up to standing. Lift that heart again. And exhale here, hinging at your hips, fold it all the way down. Okay, palms are on the floor. Halfway up on your inhale, like you're reaching to look forward. Maybe put some weight in your toes. And exhale to fold it real deeply here. Give your legs a hug. Okay, palms are on the floor. With your inhale, step it back to a plank. Okay, remember your plank, you can put your knees down first or not. Exhaling to hover, lower yourself down slowly. Once you're on the floor, cobra. With your inhale, pull the hands back, lift that heart up and open. And exhale, up and back to your downward facing dog. Press it up, downward facing dog. Shake it out, walk those heels out, okay? And we're gonna open up your legs a little bit here. So if you need a break, you can just drop to your knees at any time. But here goes, inhaling here, come up on your tippy toes. And exhaling, hover your knees just off the floor. And I mean just. Whew. Inhale, lift your knees high, still on your tippy toes. And exhale, drop to your heels. Let's do that again. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, hover your knees just off the floor. Keep pushing the floor away. Inhale, tippy toes. And exhale, heels to the floor. Let's do that one more time, getting warm. Inhale, heels. All right, heels up. Exhale, knees down. Inhale, knees up. And exhale, heels down. Nice. Walk it out, friends. We'll get moving. Get you off your hands. All right, inhaling here. Let's get that right leg up in the sky behind you. Try to keep your hips level. And then exhale here. Draw that right knee forward. Plant the right foot gently outside your right hand. Okay, and then in your lunge here, you can come up on your fingertips if you'd like. Okay, and you can drop the back knee as well if you need a more gentle lunge. So keep your options open. But from where you are, start to move your hips back and forth. So you can keep the back knee up or down. And see if you can put a really nice flex in that right foot so that when you pull the hips back, you get that calf stretch. Okay. And of course, the more you flex, the more you stretch. So feel it out. Okay, come back forward into that lunge and then settle in. Push the floor down, make your lunge really nice. You can use that right leg to press yourself up. Okay, crescent lunge, reaching your arms up overhead. Think of pushing the floor down with your legs and pulling the knees together slightly. And let's move around a good bit here. So take one more big breath in. Think of lifting your heart. Push that floor down. With your exhale, drop your heart. Think of bowing and reach back with your hands. Maybe you can look under you at the back of your mat. Okay, let's do it again. Inhale here, crescent lunge. Sweep your hands up like you're holding a basketball. Okay, exhale, bow forward, sweep your hands back. One more time, friends, big breath in. And exhale, bring it down. Very nice. Drop your hands underneath your shoulders and inhale this right leg up and back to three-leg dog. Exhale, drop that right foot next to your left. You're back in downward facing dog. Okay, let's flow a little bit. Feel free to come along, or this is a great time to take a child's pose, and we'll meet in down dog. Okay, inhaling here, up on your tippy toes, bend your knees and look at your hands. Then with your exhale, hop it or step it to your hands and fold. Inhale, press to your heels, roll and stack yourself up. Lift your heart. Exhale down into your chair squat. Keep that belly button in as you drop that tailbone low. Inhale all the way up to stand. Exhale, fold yourself in half. Come down, forward fold. Halfway up on your inhale, lean into your toes. And a big fold on your exhale. Palms are down. Inhaling here, step it back to your plank. And exhale all the way down. Inhale for that cobra. Pull that heart up and open. And exhale, downward facing dog. Come on up and back. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna keep you on your arms a little bit and we're gonna do that same little tippy toe, knees flow that we did before, okay? So if you need that break, just drop to your knees, no problem. Here we go. Inhale up on your tippy toes. Get the legs nice and strong. Exhale, hover the knees just off the mat. Super hover. Inhale, lift the knees. And exhale, drop your heel. So this whole time, you're pushing the floor away like a down dog. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, hover knees. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, heels down. One more time, yogis. Inhale, heels. Exhale, knees. Inhale, knees. And exhale, heels. All right. Whew, let's keep it going. Inhale on the left leg, up and out behind. Send it to the sky. Exhale as you send that left foot forward. Okay, plant it firmly outside your left hand. And this is a great time to just adjust your lunge and make it what it needs to be. Do you want to be up on your fingertips? Do you want to drop the back knee? Okay, you can do those things. And then you're going to move your hips forward and back. Waking up your legs and your hips. Okay, put a really nice flex in that left ankle so that you get that good calf stretch. Keep the legs actively pushing the ground. And then come back forward into that lunge and let's just enjoy it for a little while. So use the left leg to press up. Okay, now keep in mind, you can do all this with the right knee on the ground. So you always have that real gentle option. But strong legs, I want you pushing the floor away from you and pulling the knees toward each other. Okay, inhaling here, lift your arms up like you're holding a basketball. And exhale, bow your heart down, reach back. Think of looking underneath you. Big range of motion here. Inhale, sweep it up and open, strong legs. Exhale, bow humbly, softly. One more. Big breath in. And big exhale. Nice, yogis. Drop your hands under your shoulders. Inhale the left leg up and back to a 3-leg dog up in the air. And exhale. Drop the left foot next to the right. Walk it out. Back in downward facing dog. All right, here comes another little vinyasa flow. Come along or take a break. Inhaling here, up on your tippy toes, bend your knees and look at your hands. Exhale, hop or step to your hands and fold. Inhale, roll yourself up, push the floor away, stack yourself up high. Exhale, drop that tailbone into your chair pose. Think of arching your arches up off the floor. Inhale all the way up to stand. Exhale, hinge it and fold to your forward fold. Halfway up on your inhale, look forward. And a real big fold on your exhale. Palms are down. Inhale here. You can step it or hop it back to plank. It's up to you. And then exhale all the way down. Inhale for that cobra. Pull that heart up. Maybe you pause in cobra. Plant the tops of your feet and push the floor away here for some upward facing dog. So upward facing is the same, except your thighs are off the ground. Okay, wherever you are, cobra or upward facing dog. One more big breath. Big spread open chest. And then exhale to press it back to downward facing dog. Walk it out. So here in your downward facing dog, take a few breaths, just pushing the floor away. Hanging your head, maybe close your eyes. Think of lifting your kneecaps here so your heels can drop more firmly. And think of making the center of each palm and the arch of each foot kind of suck up a little bit away from the floor. One more big breath here, downward facing dog. Getting those arms strong, upper back strong. And then go ahead and drop to your knees from here. All right, down here on your knees, take your right knee forward and just put it between your hands. And you can scooch that left knee back a little bit. Okay, and sit yourself down into a pigeon posture. So nice stretching along the right hip and into your low back, okay? Not to mention the front of the left hip as well. So I want you to take some time just to make it comfortable, to make it feel right. First of all, it's okay if your hips are off the ground. Not a problem at all, okay? Just make sure they're level with each other. So check left and right are level, okay? You can put the right foot closer to your hips. You can even sit on it, if that helps. And you can take it further away from you if you want more opening in that outer hip, but I wouldn't take it past your knee, okay? So once you're comfortable and you're sure that the top of the left foot is on the floor, so we're internally rotating, then you want to walk your hands out. Okay, maybe elbows and the head hang for a little while. Just let yourself settle in. We'll take several breaths here. Remember to keep your legs active. So once you've kind of eased into the posture and your body is on the same page, start to activate those legs against the floor, just like you're in a standing posture, just like you're in that lunge we did. Push the floor down and pull your knees toward each other. Okay, notice how that feels in your outer right hip. Activate that left glute, okay? Maybe come all the way down with your forehead. Breathe into the right outer hip. Notice when you activate and you push the floor away slightly, you get more freedom to release in that outer hip. And that's one of the magical things about pigeon posture. Take a few more long, slow breaths here. Hopefully discovering some extra spaciousness all around the right hip. And softness in your upper body as you just drape it. All right, take your time. We're going to come up and out, but don't come out of it yet because there's a little funky thing I want to try with you first. Okay, once you come up, tuck your back toes. That's the left toes. And then move the back knee forward a little bit. Okay, and you're going to want to flex that right foot a lot. And then take your hands forward so that eventually you've got yourself balanced over with your hips over that right shin. Okay, now this is really funky, so stick with me here. Okay, so I'm going to show you from the side that my foot is flexed. Okay, so if your foot is just not going to do that, then just stay right here. It's still a nice funky stretch. Okay, so stay in the funky stretch, or you're going to get your back leg up. Okay, that's the left leg. You're going to lift your hands here, and you're going to try to balance on your right shin and your knee and your foot. It's real funky, but give it a shot. And then give it like 7 tries. Don't just do it once. And if it doesn't work, you know that's okay. It's really not a big deal, is it? So maybe 2 more tries. Last one. And then let's come on out of it. Drop your hands in front of you and bring yourself back to hands and knees. Whew. Shake that off. Okay, we're going to do the other side. Okay, everything the same. Let's take the left knee forward. Okay, come down into your pigeon posture. Take your time. Okay, remember, there can be space under your hips. You can even put a blanket or a pillow underneath your hips if that helps. But I do want you to make sure they're level with each other. That's important, okay? Also important that we're internally rotating the right hip and it points down. So does the right knee and the right foot. Okay. And then you bring that left foot closer to you to make it more gentle. You can even sit on it. Take it away from you. Get more into the hip. You'll feel the difference. Okay, so then settle in. You give yourself time and you settle in. Take your time. Maybe you do elbows for a few breaths. Hang in your head. Sometimes this is one of those postures that your body needs some time just to begin to soften into it. So breathe deeply. And then once you feel you've settled in a little bit, then let's start to activate it and light up the leg. So push the floor away from you gently. Okay, just like you're in a lunge. Push that floor and then pull the knees in toward each other. And that's what we want in this pigeon posture. Now hold that. Maybe bring the forehead down. Get that right glute lit up. And the more you strengthen a glute, okay, the more that the hip flexor in front of it can let go. They're partners. So we want those strong glutes so that we can have soft hip flexors and keep the low back happy. Take more time here. Breathe. Push the floor away. Pull the knees toward each other and keep breathing. Let your upper body relax and just drape. Notice if you feel this more on one side or the other. How does it feel different on this side? Okay, we're going to start to think about coming up, but there's no rush, okay? So we're going to try that funky balance on this side. Okay, so here we go. So you're going to start to walk that back knee forward until you can get your hips up. And just about over your shin, I think, is where the hips could ideally be. But you'll play around with it. And we want this flex in the left foot because that's what's going to help us stay in the posture. It's going to give us more of a base. So maybe this is where you stay and you're just doing this funky stretch. Okay, and that's great. Or you could lift the back leg, get the hands up, and give it a shot. Okay, try it a few times. I like to try it 7 times. Don't be afraid to touch a fingertip down. And remember to breathe and enjoy it. Okay, try it a couple more times. And then let it go. Come back to hands and knees. All right, friends. Go ahead and sit your hips to one side. And just find a very comfy seat. You can cross your shins in Sukhasana with your feet close to your knees. And that's great. Okay, maybe you want to sit on a pillow to elevate your hips a little bit if your hips tend to be tight. And take a few breaths here with me. Just feel your long spine. Notice your hips heavy on the ground and the top of your head, very buoyant, moving upward. Notice a slight pull back in your belly button and your chin, neutralizing your spine and lengthening it. And then just a gentle twist from here. Take your left fingers behind you and your right hand to your left knee. Look over that left shoulder and breathe. Big inhales. Big exhales. All right, switching sides, come back through center. Right fingers behind, left fingers to right knee. Breathe, look over that right shoulder. All right, bring it back to center here. Switch the crossing of your legs and just walking your fingers forward here. Keep your hips really heavy on the ground. Fingers walk out, hips are heavy. Think of pushing your hips down as you round and drape your spine over your legs. One more breath here, letting your head hang, still keeping your long neck. And walk your hands back up and in. Get comfortable in your seat. Allow your breath to slow down and just become natural. Allow your body to be soft, just enough effort to be here. And friends, take as long as you can just to rest like this. This is where I'll leave you for our practice today. Thanks so much for practicing with me.